Have you ever found yourself wondering why some people over 65 seem to radiate joy, energy, and a genuine sense of purpose, as if they've unlocked a secret to aging gracefully and happily? They smile more often, move with enthusiasm, and seem to face each day with a lightness in their step and a spark in their eyes. It's easy to assume they've simply been lucky, blessed with good health, supportive families, or an easy life. But the truth is far more empowering. Happiness in later years isn't a stroke of luck. It's a result of intentional daily habits, small choices made consistently over time that build a meaningful, joyful life. And here's the best part. You can begin adopting those habits right now, no matter your circumstances. In this video, we're going to explore 6 powerful daily habits that the happiest people over 65 swear by. These aren't complicated or out of reach. They're simple, intentional practices that can profoundly improve your mindset, strengthen your relationships, and enhance your overall well-being. These habits can be the key to unlocking a more vibrant, fulfilling life. One where you wake up with enthusiasm, connect more deeply with others, and go to bed with a sense of peace and accomplishment. So, if you've been feeling stuck in a routine, weighed down by the sameness of your days, or wondering how to bring more meaning and joy back into your life, stay with me. Because the truth is, happiness isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create. One choice, one moment, and one habit at a time. And if you're already practicing some of these habits, give yourself some well-deserved credit. You're already on a path that many aspire to. But even so, you may discover a few new ideas that surprise and inspire you. By the end of this video, you'll walk away not just with tips, but with a clear and encouraging blueprint for how to live the years ahead with greater purpose, vitality, and joy. Let's get started. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. Habit 2. They stay physically active every single day. One of the most striking differences between seniors who age joyfully and those who struggle with energy, mobility, or emotional well-being is something both simple and profound: movement. For the happiest individuals over 65, staying physically active isn't just a health recommendation. It's a non-negotiable part of their daily routine. These seniors understand that movement is essential not only for maintaining physical health, but also for sustaining a sense of well-being and vitality. What's key here is consistency, not intensity. The happiest seniors don't necessarily hit the gym or engage in intense workouts. Rather, they incorporate gentle, consistent movement into their daily lives. This shift from seeing physical activity as a chore to embracing it as a lifestyle change is one of the most powerful habits that keeps them feeling youthful, energetic, and engaged. Whether it's a morning stretch, a walk around the block, or a light yoga session in the living room, every form of movement counts. Daily movement doesn't need to be strenuous to yield significant benefits. In fact, it's often the low-impact activities that have the greatest impact. It can be something as simple as walking for 20 to 30 minutes a day, practicing some gentle stretches or yoga poses in the morning, tending to a garden, or playing with a pet. These activities help to maintain flexibility in the joints, build and preserve muscle strength, improve balance, and keep the body's systems functioning optimally. Even just a short burst of physical activity each day can make a world of difference in maintaining cardiovascular health, boosting energy, and supporting mental clarity. But the benefits extend beyond physical health. Staying physically active plays a major role in emotional well-being as well. Countless studies show that seniors who engage in regular physical activity experience lower rates of depression, a reduction in pain, and improved cognitive function. Exercise boosts the release of endorphins, natural mood-enhancing chemicals in the brain, while lowering cortisol levels, the stress hormone. This not only reduces feelings of anxiety, but also helps regulate emotions, providing a greater sense of calm and stability. The impact of movement goes far beyond the body. It nourishes the mind and spirit, adding years to life and life to years. The key, as mentioned, is consistency. You don't have to run marathons or spend hours at the gym to see the benefits. What truly matters is the habit of moving every day, in whatever way feels good to you. When you integrate physical activity into your daily routine, it becomes something to look forward to rather than a burden to check off your list. The happiest seniors don't view exercise as an obligation. They see it as a celebration of what their bodies are still capable of, and they find joy in honoring their bodies through movement. For example, take Barbara, a 78-year-old woman who doesn't follow an intense fitness program, but still stays incredibly active. Every morning, rain or shine, she meets her neighbor for a walk around the neighborhood. This simple routine has become a treasured part of her day. It's not just about the physical exercise, it's about the joy of companionship, the laughter shared during their walks, the fresh air, and the opportunity to connect with nature. These daily walks help Barbara stay strong, both physically and emotionally. On the days she walks, she feels more energized, focused, and emotionally balanced throughout the rest of her day. Moreover, when you move your body, you also activate your mind. Physical activity has the power to sharpen mental clarity, enhance focus, and boost memory. It's a direct pathway to better cognitive function, helping seniors stay sharp as they age. Regular movement also keeps muscles and bones strong, which in turn prevents falls, one of the biggest concerns for seniors. Maintaining mobility as we age is crucial to preserving freedom and independence. The happiest seniors understand that staying active is not just about staying fit, but also about staying engaged with life. It's about maintaining the ability to move freely, without restrictions, and without relying on others for help. As we age, the choices we make about our physical activity today can set the stage for how independent and capable we'll be in the future. Physical activity, in all its forms, is the key to not just surviving, but thriving. It's about saying yes to life, to strength, independence, joy, and resilience. It's about the daily choice to keep going, to keep growing, and to keep living each day with energy and vitality. Whether it's dancing around the kitchen to your favorite music, playing with your grandchildren, or simply taking a brisk walk, movement is a way to celebrate the gift of life, and it doesn't require perfection, just consistency and intention. Habit 2. They stay physically active every single day. One of the most noticeable differences between seniors who age joyfully and those who struggle with energy, mobility, or emotional well-being is simple but profound: movement. The happiest people over 65 understand that staying physically active is not just a health recommendation. It's a daily necessity for a vibrant life. These individuals don't necessarily hit the gym or commit to intense workouts. Instead, they incorporate consistent, gentle movement into their everyday routines, turning physical activity into a lifestyle rather than a chore. Daily movement doesn't have to be strenuous to be effective. It can be as simple as taking a walk around the block, practicing light stretching after waking up, doing a few yoga poses, or tending to a backyard garden. These small yet intentional movements help maintain joint flexibility, muscle strength, balance, and overall vitality. Just 20 to 30 minutes of low-impact activity a day can dramatically improve circulation, heart health, and energy levels. And perhaps most importantly, it supports mental clarity and emotional stability. In fact, countless studies show that seniors who stay active experience lower rates of depression, reduced pain, and improved cognitive function. They're not just adding years to their life. They're adding life to their years. The key is consistency, not intensity. You don't have to be running marathons or lifting weights to reap the benefits. What truly matters is making movement a non-negotiable part of your day. Whether it's dancing to your favorite songs in the kitchen, playing actively with your grandchildren, walking your dog, or participating in a Tai Chi class at the local community center, physical activity should feel enjoyable and sustainable. The happiest seniors view movement not as an obligation, but as a way to honor their bodies and celebrate what they can still do. Take Barbara, for example. At 78, she doesn't follow any intense fitness program. Instead, she begins each morning with a walk alongside her neighbor, rain or shine. It's become a cherished part of her day, not just for the exercise, but for the conversation, the laughter, the fresh air, and the sense of connection it brings. This daily ritual helps her stay strong, independent, and uplifted. She finds that on the mornings she walks, she feels more energized, focused, and emotionally balanced throughout the rest of her day. When the body moves, the mind follows. Physical activity helps release endorphin, those natural feel-good chemicals, and reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. It improves sleep, boosts immunity, and provides a powerful sense of accomplishment. And as we age, maintaining mobility can make all the difference between a life of freedom and one of limitation. The happiest seniors understand this. They don't wait until their health declines to prioritize movement. They move now, every day, in ways that feel good and keep their spirits high. Ultimately, staying physically active isn't just about staying fit. It's about staying fully engaged in life. It's about saying yes to independence, joy, strength, and resilience. It's a daily choice to keep going, keep growing, and keep thriving, one step at a time. Habit 3. They prioritize meaningful social connections. One of the most powerful and consistent habits shared by the happiest people over 65 is their commitment to nurturing deep, meaningful social connections. As we age, our social landscapes naturally shift. Friends move away, retire, or pass on. Children grow up and become busy with their own lives. The casual interactions that once filled our days, at work, at school events, or in bustling neighborhoods, often begin to fade. For many, this change can lead to an increasing sense of isolation. But the happiest seniors don't let their connections quietly disappear. They make it a priority to stay socially engaged, even if it requires stepping outside of their comfort zones. Happy older adults understand that maintaining relationships isn't just about avoiding loneliness. It's essential for mental, emotional, and even physical health. Numerous studies have shown that isolation in seniors can lead to higher rates of depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, heart disease, and even premature death. In contrast, those who regularly engage in social activities tend to experience lower levels of stress, sharper mental acuity, and longer lifespans. Connection is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. What sets happy seniors apart is their proactive approach. They don't wait for others to reach out. They take the initiative. They call old friends just to catch up, join local clubs or interest groups, attend community events, or even volunteer to meet new people and contribute to something bigger than themselves. Many embrace technology as a bridge, using video calls, group chats, and social media to stay close to loved ones, especially those who live far away. Consider Richard, for example. At 82, he found himself struggling with grief after losing his wife. The once busy home they had shared felt overwhelmingly silent. But instead of retreating into solitude, Richard chose to re-engage with life. He joined a local chess club at the community center, even though he hadn't played in years. There, he met new friends of all ages, and every week he now looks forward to friendly games, shared stories, and hearty laughter. That small step of connection became a turning point, reigniting his sense of purpose and bringing fresh joy into his days. The happiest seniors understand that connection doesn't always mean large gatherings or lifelong friendships. Sometimes it's as simple as chatting with a neighbor, joining a weekly book club, attending church services, or enjoying lunch with a friend. These moments, however brief, offer an invaluable sense of belonging, a reminder that we are seen, heard, and valued. Relationships enrich our lives with love, understanding, and shared experience. They help us process emotions, celebrate milestones, and navigate challenges. For seniors especially, having someone to talk to reminisce with, or to simply enjoy a cup of coffee alongside can be one of the greatest sources of happiness and meaning. Ultimately, prioritizing meaningful social connections is about staying open to new friendships, to deeper conversations, and to the ongoing dance of human interaction. It's about recognizing that no matter your age, there's always room in your heart and in your calendar for people who lift your spirits and make life brighter. Habit 4. They keep their minds active every single day. Happy seniors understand a vital truth. The brain, just like the body, thrives on stimulation. They recognize that keeping their mind sharp isn't just about preventing decline. It's about fueling joy, curiosity, and a sense of purpose in their daily lives. While many assume that cognitive decline is simply a part of aging, the happiest people over 65 prove that this doesn't have to be the case. They challenge themselves mentally on a regular basis, turning every day into an opportunity to grow, explore, and discover. Rather than slipping into repetitive routines or passive habits like excessive television watching, these vibrant individuals choose to keep their minds engaged. They read novels, dive into biographies, work on crossword puzzles or Sudoku, attend lectures or take courses online. Some take up entirely new hobbies, like learning to paint, speaking a new language, playing an instrument, or even experimenting with digital tools and technology. They understand that the pursuit of learning doesn't end at retirement. In fact, for many, that's when it truly begins. What truly sets them apart is their mindset. Happy seniors don't view aging as the end of growth. They see it as a new chapter of opportunity. They approach life with curiosity, openness, and a desire to continue evolving. Whether they're exploring history, traveling virtually through documentaries, studying different philosophies, or engaging in thought-provoking conversations, they keep their minds lit with enthusiasm. Studies back this up. Consistent mental stimulation has been shown to lower the risk of memory loss, cognitive decline, and even dementia. Staying mentally active isn't just good for the brain, it's good for the soul. Take Helen, for example. At 78, she's a retired school teacher who could have easily settled into a quiet, uneventful routine after decades in the classroom. But Helen made a different choice. She decided to take up painting, something she had always admired but never tried. At first, she struggled with brushstrokes and color theory, but she kept at it. Over time, not only did her skills improve, but so did her confidence. What started as a hobby became a passion. Her days now include vibrant hours in front of a canvas, creative problem solving, and a renewed sense of excitement. More than the art itself, it's the learning process that brings her joy. It doesn't have to be something grand or time-consuming. Even simple things like writing in a journal, playing a new board game with family, or watching a documentary and discussing it afterward can make a world of difference. The happiest seniors are always looking for ways to stretch their minds and embrace novelty. They don't let their days become dull or repetitive. They infuse them with fresh ideas, challenges, and moments of insight. In the end, staying mentally active is about choosing to keep growing. It's about waking up with the mindset that there's still so much to learn, so much to create, and so much to be curious about. And it's this constant mental engagement, this quiet, ongoing pursuit of knowledge and personal enrichment, that keeps their spirits high and their minds truly alive. Habit 5. They stay socially connected and build meaningful relationships. One of the most consistent traits among the happiest seniors is their ability to stay socially connected and nurture deep, meaningful relationships. They understand something that many people overlook. Human connection is not just a nice addition to life. It's a fundamental part of emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. As we age, our social circles often change. Friends move away. Family members get caught up in their own busy lives, and sadly, some loved ones pass on. This can lead to feelings of isolation, and if left unaddressed, loneliness can quietly take root and begin to affect every part of life. But happy seniors don't let that happen. They make an intentional effort to stay connected with others. Whether it's reaching out to an old friend, joining a local club, attending a church gathering, or scheduling regular video calls with grandchildren who live far away, they take social interaction seriously. They don't wait for someone to invite them. They take initiative, understanding that building relationships is an active, ongoing process. More importantly, they don't settle for surface-level exchanges. They engage in conversations that matter, ones filled with laughter, honesty, shared stories, and mutual support. These meaningful connections help them feel seen, heard, and valued. Numerous studies have shown that seniors who maintain strong social bonds tend to live longer, experience less depression, have stronger immune systems, and even enjoy better memory and cognitive function. In short, relationships don't just make life sweeter. They help keep the mind and body healthier too. Take Frank, for instance, a 74-year-old widower who, after losing his wife, found himself in a house that felt too quiet and days that felt too long. The grief was overwhelming, and he could have easily slipped into isolation. But instead, Frank decided to do something courageous. He reached out. He reconnected with some old friends from his youth, and he also joined a local seniors hiking group. At first, he wasn't sure he'd fit in. He was still carrying a lot of sadness. But over time, he found that being in nature, surrounded by kind and like-minded people, began to lift the heaviness from his heart. Now he doesn't just hike. He laughs, he shares stories, and he looks forward to each new outing. That group has become a lifeline, a source of joy, support, and genuine companionship. The happiest seniors understand that loneliness doesn't just disappear on its own. It has to be replaced with connection. That's why they prioritize social interactions, even when it takes effort. They send birthday cards, attend potlucks, volunteer in their communities, or simply drop by a neighbor's house for a cup of tea. These small acts of reaching out create a powerful ripple effect that enriches their lives and the lives of those around them. In the end, it's not the number of connections that matters most. It's the quality. Just one or two close relationships, built on trust, love, and shared experiences, can transform the way we experience our later years. The happiest seniors live by this truth every day, that life is better when it's shared. Whether it's through laughter, support, or simply being present for one another, they know that joy multiplies when it's woven into the fabric of community and connection. Habit 6. They stay engaged in life and keep a sense of purpose. The happiest seniors share one crucial habit. They stay engaged in life and maintain a sense of purpose. They understand something profound, that life doesn't stop at 70. In fact, for many, life only begins to open up in new, exciting ways during their later years. They know that having a reason to wake up each morning, something to look forward to, is essential for staying mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and physically active. It's not just about passing time. It's about finding meaning in each day and staying connected to the world around them. Instead of resigning themselves to the thought, "I'm too old for this." The happiest seniors wake up with a sense of excitement about the possibilities of the day, whether it's a hobby, a volunteer position, or a personal project they're passionate about. They make sure to stay actively engaged in something that fuels their spirit and gives them a reason to keep going. Many studies show that seniors who have a strong sense of purpose live longer, experience less stress, and maintain better cognitive and physical health. It's not just about staying busy, it's about feeling needed, valued, and connected to something larger than oneself. The most fulfilled seniors have found ways to turn their passions into meaningful contributions. They might mentor younger generations, care for a beloved pet, write a book, start a small business, or contribute their expertise in a field they're passionate about. For them, retirement doesn't mean retreating from life. It's about embracing a new chapter where they can use their accumulated wisdom and experience to make a difference in their communities, families, or even the world. Take Margaret, for example. At 76, after years of raising a family and putting aside her creative dreams, she decided to pick up painting once again, a passion she had neglected for decades. Now, she spends hours creating beautiful art and even teaches a local class for beginners. It's not about fame or money, it's about rediscovering something she loves, staying mentally active, and sharing that joy with others. By embracing this new purpose, Margaret feels more alive than ever. The act of creating, learning, and teaching has transformed her life. Happiness after 70 isn't just about what you have. It's about what you create, what you give, and the excitement you feel when you wake up each day. The happiest seniors know that the secret to a fulfilling life doesn't lie in the past. It's about embracing the future and the possibilities each day brings. They understand that aging isn't an ending. It's an opportunity to explore new passions, meet new people, and leave a lasting legacy through their contributions. It's about being present in the moment, savoring life's simple joys, and knowing that no matter how many years have passed, there's always something new to experience. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. If you're over 70 and you want to maintain happiness, energy, and fulfillment in your life, these 6 daily habits are your foundation. Prioritizing movement, nurturing relationships, keeping a positive mindset, laughing often, embracing curiosity, and staying engaged with a sense of purpose. All of these are essential habits that set the happiest seniors apart. They don't wait for joy to find them, they create it every single day. Aging isn't about slowing down or becoming a passive observer of life. It's about finding new ways to grow, connect, and enjoy each moment. The happiest seniors understand that every morning presents a new chance to embrace the beauty of living. They don't let age define them. Instead, they focus on what they can do, what they can learn, and how they can share their wisdom with others. So what stood out to you the most? Which of these habits do you already practice, and which ones would you like to start incorporating into your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to use it. Your thoughts are important to us, and reading your feedback encourages us to keep creating content that inspires and informs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content that enriches lives. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.